My name's Jason. I'm a barber at the Man Cave. We're recording at the Man Cave Barbershop right now. Grew up here in Lincoln. Been a barber for about 20 years. Went to West Lincoln High School. Before that, I went to Cherryville High School. In high school, I started using drugs. Did a lot of cocaine, a lot of stuff behind my parents' back. My dad lived in Raleigh. My mom lived here. Met my wife back in 2008. Actually went to high school with her, but we didn't start dating until 2008. Got married in 2010 of October. Got separated in October of the next year. We stayed separated probably 7 or 8 months. We finally ended up getting back together. Best decision I've ever made was to get back together with her. My parents were divorced when I was 4 years old. We did not have kids at the time, but I remember being 4 years old and looking at mom at my birthday party and asking where dad was. My mom never really pushed church. My dad never went to church. My grandma, she was very faithful on my mom's side, and my grandma on my dad's side. I didn't have a close relationship with that side, but my grandma on my mom's side, she was real involved with church. And this song this past Sunday really got me because I remember her reading her Bible and praying. So going into the future, like I said, church was never pushed in my house. We did go through the motions, but that close relationship, and it never followed to the house. So COVID happens, takes everything away from us. Without God's help, I don't know what we'd have done. I mean, it was 2 whole months of being off work. But we were very, very blessed through the whole thing after we started praying and, asking God for help. Then church opened back up. I got on board, told Amanda that I wanted, let's get back into church, let's do everything. But she had been trying for years and years to get me there, and I just never would. So we get back into church. Father's Day comes along last year. Mike gets up and gives a sermon on fathers. Mike asked all the dads to stand up. So pretty much the whole church stands up, dad's there. Mike gets up there and he tells us about if a dad goes to church, 70% of the kids would follow. If mom goes to church, only 30% follow. So I started looking at my relationship with God. I wasn't close to God. I was building that way, but I was like, my kids they're not seeing that relationship with God. But I thought about my childhood. My parents, that moment, I thought about my childhood that my parents never really pushed it. And I was going to change that in my generation. And that was something Mike said, you don't have to follow the previous generation, make your own start. So if you're a dad that wasn't close to God growing up, you can change that right now and be that good leader in your family. That whole service was about father's relationship with God, but it was also about just being a man in your house and following God and letting God lead your way, and showing your kids how to do that and taking it home to your kids, even outside of church. There's 7 days a week. We go to church 2 days. So you gotta do it at home and show your kids how to be a faithful Christian and going every day of the week.